This place looks incredible. Last night when I left, the diner was a mess. I was so tired, and Carl offered to stay and clean up. He did an incredible job. Oh, Carl! The diner looks beautiful. You are such a faithful friend. How can I ever thank you?
Aw, it wasn't just me. The puppets and me did it. With all of us working, it didn't take long at all.
Oh, you guys! I could just kiss you. Oh, Carl. Carl is embarrassed so easily. You know, boys and girls, I hope and pray that you are just as faithful at home with your family and your friends. I want to be faithful because God is so faithful to me. Just look at all the faithful friends He's given me. Oh my goodness! Carl has even baked and decorated the cake for me. Oh, why don't you stay a while and we're going to learn all about how to be faithful and about God's faithfulness to us.
Let's get all our friends, 'cause it's that time again. It's time to head on down to Miss Charity's Diner. Dusty's gonna come along and we'll see Farmer Shalom. It's time to have some fun at Miss Charity's Diner. Take Constable Howie by the hand, Sue Lynn, Josiah, and Mr. Dan. Another special day is coming our way at Miss Charity's Diner. Mr. Radium's got a story for you. Mr. Bookworm's gonna be there too. More things to learn, more things to do at Miss Charity's Diner. Carl's got his apron on. Mr. Marty's singing a song. Everybody come along to Miss Charity's Diner. Come on, let the fun begin, 'cause it's that time again. A happy day with all our friends at Miss Charity's Diner. Nothing could be finer than to spend some time at Miss Charity's Diner.
I am so glad that the two of you were able to come and visit today. You have to come more often. Excuse me for a minute. I need to go speak to somebody, okay? If you need anything, let me know.
Okay.
Guys, why so sad?
Our cat died. Yeah, she got hit by a car.
I am so sorry to hear that. I know how difficult it is to lose a pet.
It sure is. And we're really gonna miss her.
Maybe your parents will let you get another cat.
We already asked, and they said no.
Yeah, they said that pets are too much trouble.
Oh, I see.
Now we'll never get another pet, ever.
Never ever again.
There's got to be something else that we can do. Let me see. I know.
What?
Down at Mr. Chase's Animal Rescue Clinic, they're always looking for new volunteers. Why don't the two of you volunteer there and take care of those animals?
Yeah, I could go after school and on weekends.
Yeah, me too.
I think the two of you would make perfect volunteers.
Yes, animals like me.
That's because they can sense that you two like them.
No, we love animals.
Okay, what are you two waiting for? Get going. Go see if you can help there. But before you do, stop by your house and make sure it's okay with your parents, okay?
Yeah, let's go right now and ask.
Okay.
And don't forget, come back and tell me what's happening.
Miss Charity, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, I'm going to go finish up and I'll be waiting to hear from you, okay?
Hey, got your paper. I found you.
Thanks, Dusty. I mean, that's what a true faithful friend is all about. Even after I made you sleep outside last night.
Oh, Farmer, you're just so good to me. Even if you didn't make me take a bath in that tomato juice and sleep outside, it's just so easy to be faithful to you.
That's because we love each other. And when you love each other, well, faithfulness only comes naturally.
Oh. Is that why God is so faithful to us? Because he loves us?
Yeah. You know, he just wants to reward us. And I can't wait for that day when he says, Well done, my good and faithful servant.
So if I'm faithful, God's going to say that to me too?
Yeah. And you know what? He tells us something else, too, that if we're faithful with the little things, he's going to give us even bigger things.
No.
Yeah.
So if I'm faithful to eat all my doggy treats, God's got bigger treats for me?
I don't quite think that's what he had in mind. He likes to reward us in other ways. Good friends, loving families, wonderful memories. Those are the kind of rewards God's talking about for our faithfulness.
Wow. He sure is a great big God.
He sure is. You know, and his love and his faithfulness, why, that's probably one of the biggest gifts we could ever get from him.
You sure there aren't any of those doggy treats waiting for me?
Well, there might be, Dusty, but is that really what's important to you?
Oh, shucks, no. Better than doggy treats, it's you.
That's really nice. You really are a faithful friend. I love you, Dusty. Let's see what's in the paper. Maybe there's a good dog show.
It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. Let those chains and shackles fall, surrender it all to Him. Let those chains and shackles fall, surrender it all to Him. It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. He loves you so very much, so open your heart to Him. He loves you so very much, so open your heart to Him. It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. It's such a joy to praise the Lord, such a joy to worship Him. Lay it down on the altar now, and God's grace will meet you right there. Lay it down on the altar now, and God's grace will meet you right there. It's such a joy to praise the Lord.
Hi, my name is Abby. I've come down here to Miss Charity's Diner to tell you about Miss Charity's Kids Club website. When you're a member, it's really awesome. You can email any of the characters like Miss Charity, Mr. Stan, and even Josiah and Sue Lynn. When you go to the website, you will see all of Miss Charity's Diner's episodes for life. You could even get a birthday card from Miss Charity when it's your birthday. There are all sorts of neat things to do at Miss Charity's Diner's Kids Club website, and all you have to do is go to www.faithville.com and make sure it's okay with your mom or dad and tell them Abby sent you. Remember, the website is www.faithville.com.
I'm so happy to see you. You look a lot happier than you did earlier.
Yeah, that's because we have a lot to be happy about.
Have we ever?
Tell me, don't keep me waiting. What happened?
Well, first we went home and asked our parents, like you said.
And they were just as excited as we were.
And then we got on our bikes and rode down to the animal clinic.
Mr. Chase said we could start right after school on Monday night.
Oh, that is wonderful news. I'm so glad to hear that.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but a lot of fun too.
I get to take the dogs for a run around in the backyard.
And I get to groom the cats.
That is good. This sounds like a perfect job for you two.
And we owe it all to you, Miss Charity.
For being such a faithful friend.
Oh, I'm just so glad to help. That's what friends are for. Now, tell me about these badges.
These are our volunteer badges. Mine says Jesse, Star Volunteer.
And mine says Bo, Star Volunteer.
Very nice. If there was ever two people who were meant for this job, it's you two. God is so faithful.
And since it was your idea, we got you a surprise.
A surprise? I love surprises. What is it?
Your very own badge.
Miss Charity, faithful friend. That is so nice. Thank you, guys. There we go. Look it. Sparkly stickers.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 red geraniums.
4 red geraniums. Got it.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9 pink rose bushes.
9 pink rose bushes.
10,
Okay.
20, 30, 40, 50 clay pots.
Okay. 50 clay pots. Mr. Bookworm, what would I ever do without you?
Lots and lots of counting, I'm sure.
That's for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of fertilizer.
5 bags of fertilizer. You know what, Mr. Bookworm?
What, Miss Geranium?
Happy if you and I take a little break. We've been working pretty hard today, and I could reward your faithfulness with a little treat.
A reward? Oh, boy. What kind of a reward?
I know. How about a nice Chucky and Gordy story?
Wow, I'm all ear. Oh, well, I mean, all body.
Are you ready for a story, girls and boys? How about you, Mr. Bookworm?
I certainly am.
Okay. I sure am going to miss Uncle Ken, Gordy said. Me too, said Chucky. He was the best uncle. He used to take us to baseball games and to the park and to the fair. He was the coolest uncle. Yeah, said Gordy, and he used to take us fishing too. Remember the time when he took us fishing and I fell into the water and he dove in after me and then he took us for hamburgers? Yeah, that's right, I remember that, said Chucky. Remember how he was sitting and he was all drippy in the car and the lady handed him the burgers and was staring at him because she couldn't believe how the water was dripping off his face into his eyes as he handed us our soggy hamburgers? Oh, I remember that, said Chucky. Me too, said Gordy, and both boys started to laugh. I guess there won't be any more times like that, Gordy said. Well, you know what, said Chucky and Gordy's dad. I'm really going to miss Ken too. He was the best big brother, and you could always count on him. When he told you a certain time, you could set your watch by him. And if he told you he was going to do something with you or for you, you could always count on his faithfulness to do what he said. Wow, said Gordy. I don't think there's going to ever be anybody like Uncle Ken. Well, there might be, said Chucky and Gordy's father. Who? Said Gordy. What are you talking about? Asked Chucky. Well, I was actually thinking of you two boys. Huh? What do you mean? Asked Chucky. Well, boys, your Uncle Ken showed you by example how important it is to keep your word. And if you are faithful to the promises that you make to people, why, you can be a role model for others, just like he was for you. That's right, said their mother. And you know what else? It would be as if Uncle Ken's life was a roadmap for how you could live your lives. Wow, said Chucky. That's a great idea. I like it a lot, said Gordy. I'd like to be like my Uncle Ken.
Gordy and Chucky really looked up to their uncle, didn't they, Miss Geranium?
They certainly did.
I guess that's because he did the kind of things you could look up to.
Yes, he did. He was always faithful to his word.
Just like God always keeps his word.
Now that's a promise.
It certainly is.
Well, hey, Josiah, come on up. Have a seat. So what are you doing here?
Well, I saw your truck outside, so I thought I'd come in and say hi.
Well, I thought that you were going to be helping Sue Lynn walk Mrs. Peters' dogs today.
Oh, nah. That was yesterday.
But didn't you agree to help her for the entire week?
Well, yeah, but it's no fun. And you have to do really gross stuff.
Oh, like what?
Like poop scoop. Did you ever have to poop scoop?
No.
One day of that, and I'm finished with that. And besides, it's Sue Lynn's neighbor.
Oh, Josiah, that's not being very faithful. You've left Sue Lynn to do the whole job for the entire week all by herself.
What do you mean, faithful? What do God and faith have to do with Mrs. Peters' old dog?
Josiah, I didn't say that you don't have faith. I said that you weren't being very faithful.
Well, I didn't know how yucky it would be to walk the dog.
Josiah, I think that when you say that you're going to do something, you're supposed to keep your word.
Yeah, but when I said I'd help, I didn't know what it meant. So it's not my fault.
It doesn't matter, Josiah, whether you knew or whether you didn't know all the things that you were supposed to do. The thing is that you gave your word, and keeping your word is being faithful.
Faithful stuff is for grown-ups.
No, Josiah, that's not true. Faithfulness is important for both grown-ups and for children.
Oh, Mr. Stan, you're not any fun. I'm going home.
Oh, Josiah.
Hi, Rebecca. What are you doing?
Oh, hi there, Constable Howie. I'm just looking at this Bible quiz I got from Sunday school, but I'm just stuck on this one question.
Let me see. Maybe I can help you. Let's see here. Okay. Well, let me see your pencil. You got this one right. Noah built the ark. You got the second one right. Moses led his people out of bondage. Let me see here. Okay, you got this one right. David slew the giant Goliath.
Oh, Constable Howie. I know those. I just don't get this one right here at the bottom. What does faithfulness mean?
Well, Rebecca, let's first define what faith means.
Okay. Faith means that you... Oh, I don't know how to explain what faithfulness is.
All right, that's all right, Rebecca. Defining faith is sort of challenging. Hebrews 11 says that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Okay, now I got it. So faith means that you believe in God, but you really can't see him?
You may not see him, but you are aware of his mighty acts, and you can feel him right here in your heart.
Wow, Noah, Moses, and David were sure faithful people, weren't they?
They were absolutely fascinating men of faith.
They listened to what God told them to do, and they obeyed because they had faith in that God would lead them.
Now just think, Rebecca. If Noah didn't have faith in God to build the ark for his family and the animals, they would have all drowned. And if Moses didn't have faith in God to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt, they would have remained slaves, and even worse.
Well, what about David? He was just a little kid, and he had so much faith that he stood up against Goliath with that slingshot.
You're right about that.
Constable Howie, how do we show our faith nowadays?
Well, by witnessing to people about God whenever we get a chance.
And we can pray, we can sing songs, and we can go to church.
You're right about that.
Well, I've got to go now. Keep the faith, Constable Howie.
I sure will. You keep the faith too, Rebecca.
Hello, my name is Tom Collins, producer of Faithville and Miss Charity's Diner. We're hearing from you that you're learning and enjoying our programs, and that's wonderful. You can learn more about us at our website. We're a worldwide nonprofit media ministry that depends upon your prayers and support. We need your donations to continue our good work, and your donation is tax deductible. You can go online to make your donation on our website at faithville.com now. Or you can mail your check payable to Faithville, Box 7, Maidstone, Ontario, Canada, N0R1K0, or Box 441, 665, Detroit, Michigan, USA 48244. Or you can call to donate by credit card to Faithville at 1-888-450-1111. Thank you for helping Faithville and Miss Charity's Diner bring the good news of Jesus to children in your community and around the world.
I'm blessed because I serve the best. The Lord, it lives in me. All Satan's power could never hold me down. I'm on my way to heaven to receive my crown. Life's like a freight train on heaven's track. I'm on board and I ain't coming back. Got me a one-way ticket and I'm gonna see my Lord. Come on everybody, won't you come on board? We're blessed because we serve the best. The Lord, He lives in us. All Satan's power could never hold us back. On our way home, see Jesus, riding heaven's right. Like a freight train on heaven's track. I'm on board and I ain't coming back. Got me a one-way ticket and I'm gonna see my Lord. So come on everybody, won't you come on board? We're blessed because we serve the best. Lord, it lives in me. All Satan's power could never hold us back. On our way home, see Jesus, riding heaven's track.
I'm so exhausted, Mr. Stan.
I bet you are, but it was worth it, though.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, looks like we have some company, Sue Lynn.
What? Oh, no one I know.
Aw, Sue Lynn.
Mr. Stan, did you hear someone say my name?
I know you heard me.
Sounds a little bit like Josiah's voice, but it couldn't be. Josiah's a faithful friend, and this voice sounds like someone who doesn't know how to keep their word.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sue Lynn. I was wrong.
And did you just discover that?
Well, no. Mr. Stan told me. And he said I wasn't being faithful to keep my word. At first, I was mad, because I knew he was right and it made me feel bad. Then I got to thinking about it and, well, I've come to say I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not sure I want to forgive you.
Oh, wait a minute, Sue Lynn. Now, if Josiah can come to you and say he's sorry, don't you think it's up to you to forgive him?
Do I have to?
Well, it would be the right thing to do. And besides, doesn't Jesus always forgive you when you say you're sorry to him?
Okay. I forgive you, Josiah.
Thank you.
That's better.
Oh, and guess what, Josiah? Mrs. Peter came home early today, and she said I had done such a good job that she doubled what she was going to pay me. Isn't that awesome?
You got double the pay?
Sure did. She said she wanted to reward me for being so faithful.
Oh.
What's the matter? Did I say something wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, Carl! You startled me. I thought you'd already gone home.
Well, I was almost home, and then I thought of you having to finish up all those sandwiches for tomorrow.
Oh, Carl, that is so nice of you. You know, I really could use a hand. I am so tired.
Well, here you go.
That's not exactly what I meant, Carl. How are you doing with learning how to work those puppets anyhow?
Okay, I guess, but it takes a lot of work.
Oh, I can only imagine. You just continue being faithful, Carl, and you'll be a pro in no time.
Yeah, I remember everything you said today about faithfulness. Miss Charity, is God always faithful? I mean, doesn't he miss it every once in a while?
Oh, no. God is always, always faithful. He doesn't miss it. We can always count on him.
We can't always count on people, though.
Well, that is true. But we're only human, Carl. We make mistakes. God doesn't. Sometimes it may seem like God has let us down. Like when our prayers aren't answered the way that we think they should be. But we have to remember that God knows what's best for us. And he knows what to answer us and when to give us our answer as well. That's why he's so faithful. And you know what else? He wants us to learn to be faithful to him and to each other. Okay.
So just because I don't get the answer to my prayer in the way I wanted it, that doesn't mean that God let me down?
Exactly. We need to know that God knows exactly what we need, and we need to trust him to be faithful to give it to us.
Okay, I suppose I could try.
Oh, Carl, I am sure that God is so pleased with you.
Well, let's get those sandwiches done so we can both go home.
Okay, I'm almost done. Oh, and Carl, did I forget to mention how thankful I am that you came back?
Just being a faithful friend, Miss Charity.
Yes, you are, Carl, and thank you. Oh, want a hand?
Thank you.
Okay, let's go do the sandwiches. This is
Okay.
all clean.